We have new video out of Israel tonight as sirens blare in Tel Aviv. United Nations officials have called the civilian situation in Gaza apocalyptic, with the death toll now climbing to more than 17,000. Turkey is now sending in help. 11 ambulances, 100 aid trucks crossed into Gaza through the Rafah border crossing in Egypt today. Those trucks containing food, water, and medical supplies. With no ceasefire in sight and the number of civilian casualties in Gaza rising, where does the war go from here? Joining us to discuss is retired four-star Army General Barry McCaffrey, also NBC News military analyst. Thanks, General, for joining us tonight.
Good to be here.
The emergency spending bill that, as you know, would have provided billions of dollars in aid to Ukraine and Israel blocked in the Senate. First, for Israel, what does that mean in its efforts to eliminate Hamas?
Well, unfortunately, Congress is nearly completely dysfunctional. Both the House and the Senate Republicans are opposed to aid to both Ukraine and Israel unless it is tied to significant improvements in border security. So I think the Biden administration's in a political fix. Maybe 300,000 people a month now crossing illegally in the United States. It's overwhelming the cities throughout the country. But they're politically unwilling to give on it. So right now, it's a disaster. It's a signal to both Ukraine and Israel that support is not imminent.
What's the impact on Ukraine?
I think the Ukrainians are getting weary of the war. The population of Russia, as you know, the Russian Federation, is immensely greater than that of Ukraine. The support of both humanitarian, economic, and military to Ukraine has allowed them to really dominate the war up until the last few months. Their offensives have now failed. They are running low on ammunition. There is inadequate modern technology. The war is at a stalemate. So this added signal that potentially the Republicans could stop aid to Ukraine is devastating to their morale.
I want to get to the push into Gaza, southern Gaza in particular, in just a moment. But will you tell us, for our viewers, why should we care about whether aid gets to Israel or Ukraine? Why does it matter to us when it's so far away?
Well, in both cases, certainly Ukraine is rather obvious. Western Europe is the dual economic power engine of the globe, the United States and Canada, and then Western Europe. If Putin can successfully dominate Ukraine, he will start reconstructing the Soviet empire. The Baltic states, Poland, Romania, all are at risk. They understand that, but U.S. leadership, of course, is vital. And then when it comes to Israel, it's the only democracy, it's the only place where women are protected by law and culture. It's a modern, scientifically advanced nation surrounded by enemies. And so since 1948, we have been allied with Israel as a UN recognized sovereign state.
I have about a minute left, General. We've been watching this push into southern Gaza, and I'm wondering what you think the strategy is there and whether anyone is winning this war right now and how you would measure it.
Well, of course, it's a great tragedy. You got a couple of million civilians caught up in an intense air, ground, sea campaign. Right now, the Israelis have 4 infantry divisions fighting in Gaza. Their most elite forces are in the south. They've probably killed or neutralized, I think, half the mid-level commanders. They may have killed 5,000 or so of the 30,000 Hamas terrorists. Hamas is desperate for a ceasefire, and they are garbing themselves and their own civilian population and the hostages to deny Israel its ground offensive. So it's a terrible situation.
General Barry McCaffrey, we are always so grateful for your time. Thank you so much.